Hello, welcome back to Around the Minor Leagues. This episode is focusing on the Baltimore Orioles and their minor league system. So, kind of an outlook. If you haven't listened to the previous episodes, how this works is we go through the teams in each organization, and then Eli and I have taken the time to create our own top 10 list for these major league teams and their prospects. And so we're going to take the time tonight to go through these prospects that we have set up. Sound good?
Good. This is just going to be a long
what?
project.
One thing that I don't think we did a good enough job last time that I'm going to try to do kind of as we go on the fly is not only talk about where these guys rank in the top 100, but also where they rank in the top 10 by position, according to MILB. We didn't do the best job of that in the previous episode, so we're really going to try to focus on that this episode. What do you want to lead off? Do you want to do teams, or do you want to kick off players first? Like, do you want to do players first?
We can do teams.
Okay. So the Orioles organization, their single A team is the Delmarva Shorebirds, located in Salisbury, Maryland. They play at Arthur W. Purdue Stadium. They play in the Carolina League. Last year they had a 51-79 record, finished last in the Carolina League. We moved to their high A team.
Hold up.
What?
Who the heck came up with Delmarva?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Like, it has nothing to do with the city. Unless there's something to the city named Delmarva.
I'll do the research if you want to take the next one.
Okay. The Orioles high team is the Frederick Keys. They are located in Frederick, Maryland. They play at Namo Field at Harry Grove Stadium. They're in the South Atlantic League. Their record last year was 57 and 72. They placed 8 out of 11 teams.
Okay, going back to the Delmarva name for a second. The Delmarva Peninsula is vital to Salisbury, Michigan, because it acts as its economy or its economic engine. Yeah, what did I say? Virginia?
Michigan.
Oh, Maryland. It seems almost like it's a port. I think that's what it is. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it's like a.
I mean, that makes better sense then.
Well, it's kind of like, so it's actually almost like 3 towns, but it's a peninsula on the edge of Maryland, and Salisbury is one of those areas on the peninsula.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. So that's why they got the name Delmarva. Moving on to AA, we have the Chesapeake Bay Sox, which is my favorite logo. They have an
disagree with you so hard.
Well, I don't know. Have you seen their crab alternate logo they have?
Yeah, you cannot tell me the Norfolk Tides logo is not good.
Well, we'll get into them in a second. But I think Chesapeake has the best logo. They're located in Bowie. I'm gonna go with Bowie, Maryland. They play at Prince George's Stadium. They're in the Eastern League in the Southwest Division. They had a record last year of 59-77. They finished 9th out of 12 teams in that division.
The AAA team is the Norfolk Tides, which I personally think is the best logo. They're located in Norfolk, Virginia. They play at Harbor Park, which you said was the best stadium.
Yeah, if you've seen a picture of this place, it is like right up against um the harbor. Like there's a harbor that goes right behind um the baseball stadium, and it's got a pretty. I think what it is more than anything for me is the back, like the view. Um, the port is kind of like the skyline behind the stadium. It has a very like industrial feel when you look at pictures of this stadium.
They are in the International League, the East Division. Their record last year was 63-84. They finished 15 out of 20. So not one of their minor league teams made the playoffs.
No, not a single one. And this is um, this is an organization that has had a lot of talent come through its minor leagues. And I don't want to say that they're trying to refill what they have lost in their current MLB guys, but with a move like getting Pete Alonso this offseason, the Orioles did kind of shows that they're betting more on their MLB team right now than focusing more on the minor leagues. So that's just my opinion.
I
You
mean,
lead us
it's
off.
obvious.
How about you lead us off on let me do this really quick first. The Orioles have 3 guys that are in the MILB top 100 list. You can go ahead and lead us off first.
So number one is Samuel Basallo. He's a catcher. He's the number one catching prospect in baseball.
One
So
real
the
quick,
way we do stats,
important to note, he is the number 8 prospect in all of minor league baseball.
thanks. So the way we do stats, if you haven't seen our other episode, if they have played in the minor league for the whole year, we give the combined, so the 2025 stat. If they played in minors and the majors, we give both. So we give the minor league and the major league. So for Samuel, his AAA stats, he played 76 games in AAA. He had a 270 average, 377 on base percentage, 589 slugging, 23 home runs, and 67 RBIs. MLB wise, he played 31 games, had a 165 average, 229 on base percentage, 330 slugging, 400 home runs, 400, 4 home runs,
That'd be the
15
insane.
RBIs.
That's like
Like,
my player. That's like my player numbers.
yeah. That's lefty throw right. Will be the backup catcher to Rutschman this year.
So they kind of have him
He slotted
as a floater
on the
guy.
majors.
Say that again.
He slotted on the majors.
It's kind of like a floater guy. I think he'll float between catching and first, primarily catching. I think a lot of Oriole fans are needing more production out of Rutschman than what he's been giving. This is a guy that either is going to stay in this organization or will be a huge piece for a trade eventually. With numbers like
But if
that,
Rutschman is healthy,
yeah. With numbers like that, like it shows that he's ready to play Major League Baseball. He has some of the highest exit velos in all of the minors. This could be a guy too that is a DH for the Orioles organization because I mean, they'll tell you this dude hits better than he can play catcher, and so his bat's more beneficial to the team and the organization than his catching ability, just to be honest with you. You got anything else for him?
no.
Okay. We move to number 2 on our list, which is Dylan Beavers. He is a right fielder or an outfielder in the organization. He is the number 69th prospect in all of minor league baseball. Last year in AAA, he played 94 games. Over those 94 games, he had a 304 average, a 420 on base percentage, a 515 slugging percentage, 18 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 23 stolen bases. He didn't make it to the majors last year and played 35 games. He had an average of 227, on base percentage of 375, a slugging percentage of 400 with 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 2 stolen bases. This is an outfielder that has a big left-handed bat. Can produce the numbers that is needed to play in professional baseball at a high level. He's very impactful when the ball enters the zone and it's flat through the zone. So any flat fastball is really getting crushed by this guy, and that's something that's been an issue with him in previous years. But he's shown a serious change to that this past season. Really good plate discipline. And what also makes him a good prospect too is the fact that he's got above average arm strength to play that outfield position. That's what I got on Mr. Beavers here.
Number 3 on our list is Nate George. He's an outfielder in the organization. Played rookie ball, single A, and high A. Spent most of his time in single A. Had an average of 337, 413 on base percentage, 43 slugging, 5 home runs, 42 RBIs, and 50 stolen bases. He's only 19, by the way. Has great bat strength, can speed, has the ability to grow into more power. Absolute base dealer with stolen bases and speed everything.
That's also 50 stolen bases in 87 games, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy. He was Baseball America's 2025 Orioles Minor League Player of the Year at 19.
Yeah. His only thing though is he needs to work on that arm strength a little bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, hey, try turn your mic up a little bit. You're coming through low on the ears. I can only imagine how you're coming through on the sound. Yeah, that's better. We moved to number 4, and if you're a college baseball fan, this name will be very familiar for you. Enrique Bradfield Jr., the Vandy former Vandy outfielder. And if you know this dude and the way he played at Vandy, you know his ability to run. Last year he had a 242 average. He had a 348 on base percentage, a 348. Let me check and make sure that's right. I don't think that's right. Yeah, a 348 slugging. He had 3 home runs, 19 RBIs, and 36 stolen bases. He played in rookie ball, high A, double A, and triple A last year, so he had quite the didn't seem like he really kept his bags in one place for a long time. Most of his time came in double A. Say that again.
Mover.
Yeah. Most of his time came in double A. He played 50 games there. He's really more known for speed than anything. And that speed transitions not only to on the bases, but also in the outfield. To be honest with you, if he wants to be a major leaguer, he really needs to work on hitting the balls to the gaps. I mean, he can try to beat out as many grounders as he wants to. He won't have the power to hit many home runs. Don't be shocked if, the most he's ever hit in one season was 4. So, power is definitely an issue for him. He's assigned to Double A right now, but honestly, this guy could move up quite quickly to Triple A and become a Triple A guy for a majority of the 2026 season, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could see that too. Anything else on him?
Nope.
All right, number 5 on our list is Trey Gibson. He's a right-handed pitcher, starting pitcher. Played high A, double A, and most of his time in double A. And had a record of 5-8, 4.26 ERA, 120 in a third inning pitch, 166 strikeout, and a 224 average against him. Has a fastball that sits 94, 95. I'm guessing that's a slider, mid 80s that
Yeah.
acts like a
Yeah.
sweeper. Okay. Curveball in the low 80s, cutter in the 80s, and working on growing his changeup.
I think
Was
the
an
issue with
undrafted free agent.
that's the big thing to note here is this dude is two things real quick. I think his issue with his changeup is just working on getting it to move, in different ways. But I think the one thing that to note here is this dude is moving up quickly in this organization as an undrafted free agent.
Needs more time to develop. He's currently assigned to AAA right now, but if he's moving the way he is, he could crack the roster middle of the year.
I think back half, if anything.
Yeah,
I'd say maybe he'd move if he did it big. I want to put ifs in a big capitals here. If anything, it would be like August, September if he's lucky.
it's the old attaboy.
Potentially, yeah. We moved to number 6. This is another guy that if you're a fan of college baseball, especially SEC baseball, you'll know this name. Wewa Aloy, the shortstop graduate from Arkansas, only had 20 games last year in single A as he was a 2025 draft pick. In those 20 games, he had a 288 average, a 356 on base percentage, 500 slugging, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases. This dude comes into this organization with just about every college award that you would want somebody to have. He's a 2025 Golden Spikes winner, which is essentially the college baseball Heisman Award. He won 2025 SEC Baseball Player of the Year. Like this dude has solid contact that not only can he get the ball up and out of the park, but he can also play the gaps. He can play contact baseball. Has really above average to solid arm strength. But really can move anywhere in the infield. But with his size and his strength, I would see him being more of a shortstop, second base tool than a third baseman, in my opinion. He is assigned a single A right now, but I don't see that being a place where he stays very, very long, to be honest with you.
I think they're doing that simply due to the fact that he's only had 25 games.
20.
So
Only 20 games. Yeah. I don't think you're wrong on that assessment either. I mean, give him some time to develop before you start moving him around the bunch, you know?
Yeah. All right. Number 7 on our list is Ike Irish. He's a right fielder catcher. That's interesting.
Yeah, so he was a right fielder catcher at Auburn. He really played both.
Right fielder first base.
Yeah, you never see right field catcher.
Yeah. Played 20 games in single A. Had a 230 average, 296 on base percentage, .297 slugging, 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. The Orioles have announced him as a catcher. Can receive well, good arm strength that has a long release.
So his pop time's a
Has,
little higher than what you would want it to be for your professional catcher. That's really what that translates to.
yeah, has played right field. Really thinks he has a
Hey,
better
that's
chance.
my. Let me just say
More
that that's my
that
opinion.
year.
I really think that if he wants to be an everyday bat in the MLB, he needs to make that move to the outfield. The only question there is now if he does that, he needs to develop the speed to play that position. But I mean, with how
Yeah,
stacked the Orioles organization is in catching prospects, I think if he really wants to make a move somewhere where he can progress more quickly, he would need to make that move to the outfield.
well, especially if he's going to be stuck behind
Rutschman and
Masala.
Basala.
You know,
Oh, my bad. I'm thinking you're about to say this one. This one's mine.
you're
Coming in at
good.
number coming in at number 8, we have Esteban Meja, a right-handed pitcher. Had a record last year of 1-4, had a 2.94 ERA, 52 innings pitched, 67 strikeouts, had a average against him of .191, had a WHIP of 1.29. Only played in 14 games, started those 14 games between rookie ball and single A. Has a fastball that can reach up to 100 too. So he can blow it by you. Can absolutely just blow it by you. His slider is in the 90s, but it moves more like a gyro. And he's working on developing a changeup that is in the low 90s, which, if you think about that, is insane.
Hold up. We're talking about an off-speed pitch in the low 90s.
A changeup in the low 90s, yeah. We say that, but his biggest knock against him is, I mean, this dude, as you can tell, has nothing but speed, but command is a massive question for him. It's something
Obviously,
it's something that needs a lot of work. One thing to note though is
who
he's
in their
only
right
19.
mind,
Say that again.
who in their right mind in the last 4 seasons has sat there and gone, you know what? I'm gonna throw a changeup in the low 90s and be able to control it.
Yeah, great. That's a valid point. But the one thing to note about him is he's only 19, so there's plenty of time for him to grow and progress with his command, and to find a way to keep that speed, but also that control. Which is the big question: is if he focuses on control, will he lose that speed, or can he still keep the speed as he progresses?
Hold up. He's 18, he's at 102.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen when he's like 22? You gonna be touching 104?
I don't know if we'll be talking about a Chapman here. I think if he wants to stay in that starting position, he probably needs to add a fourth pitch. But it's definitely sounding like he could be um a
I'd move
very
him to the bullpen.
yeah, become a closer or something like that. Although
Yeah.
he did start those 14 the 14 games he played, he started all 14. But definitely feel like he would be better making a move to the bullpen than staying in a starting position. Okay, we need to
Good
cut
on
down
that
this
one.
dead air. Go to 9. That's all I got.
Number 9 is Luis De Leon. He's a left-handed pitcher. Played single A, high A, and double A. Most time in high A. Pitched in 26 games. Started 18. In the games he started, had a record of 5-3, 3.30 ERA, 87 and a third innings pitched, 107 strikeouts, and a 203 average against him. Fastball on the upper at 90 with a sinking movement. Slider and changeup. Has shown below average control and struggle with command. You said you disagreed with him with MILB having NBA 2026 MLB.
Yeah,
What was up with that?
I think with the issue of control and command, if that is something that you can note, then that's something that needs to be worked on before he's brought up. Like, in my opinion, maybe he comes out this spring, maybe he comes out this season and shows he can control these pitches, but until then, I need proof.
I mean that's a valid point. He's currently assigned to Double-A, so I mean we'll see if he develops.
Yeah. Moving to number 10, the last guy on our list, is Braxton Bragg, a right-handed pitcher. Played in Double-A and high last year. In the 12 games he appeared in, he started in 11 of them. He had a 4-2 record, a 1.68 ERA, 59 innings pitched, and 77 strikeouts over those 59 innings. Had an average against him of 195 and a WHIP of 1. The thing to note about him is that he had a season injury surgery. He had Tommy John in July of last year, so he will not return until July of this year. So we're looking at potentially, more than likely, a second half of the season guy. He'll make his season debut, probably after the All-Star break, the minor league All-Star break. One thing to note is he does have a fastball that's mid to upper 90s. He has a slider that's in the low 80s, a changeup in the mid 80s, and a cutter in the upper 80s. Dude was on an absolute rise at the time of him having Tommy John surgery. So the question is, can he get back on the rise again, or will this injury affect him? I think that's his biggest question in this upcoming season, because, I mean, if you read anything, the Orioles organization believes this guy can become a starter at the MLB level.
I think he can. I think the biggest thing for him is just figuring out how much he lost with the Tommy John, how much control, how much speed, what he needs to do to work to get it back.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to be against him too is age. I mean, he is 25 years old, and this upcoming at the end of this season, he will be turning 26. So he might be one of those late bloomers that cracks the league in his late 20s, and we'll see how he goes from there. But that's really where he stands at right now.
I mean, we'll see.
Anybody else you want to mention?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, that is your 2026. That is your 2026 Baltimore Orioles season preview.
You want to do the outro?
My bad. No. Fire. That was my outro, but I guess we'll keep going.
What do we say every episode?
The wife is laughing at me right now. This is not my best moment. I understand that. My bad. Follow us on Instagram. There you can find the links to our YouTube, Apple Podcast, and Spotify podcasts. Leave us a DM if you want a question. And yeah, is that it? I think I hit everything.
Yep.
Sweet.